Well, good morning. We almost made it. Good to see each of you this morning. Welcome to the Clearwater Court as we gather to worship today. You know, this is a very special day here at Clearwater as we welcome new core officers, new leaders, new pastors to our congregation. And talking to them earlier, they said this was the shortest move they've made in their officership. Just a couple of hours over from Orlando, but it's good to have them here today. And let me tell you a little bit about our new leaders. Majors Ted and Pamela Morris come to the Clearwater Corps. This is their 11th appointment as active Salvation Army officers in 32 years of joint Salvation Army service. Major Ted received his calling to officership in June of 1975. At that time, he was living in Tokyo, where his parents were serving in an overseas appointment. He met his future partner in ministry in 1981 when they were assigned to sit next to each other, not at camp, but at the Budget Rent-A-Car International Call Center in Dallas. All right? You know, the Lord can use any place, anytime, anywhere, can He? Not long afterwards, she was introduced to the Salvation Army. And when stepping into the Dallas Temple Corps for the first time, it's reported that she said, "I have found my home." She heard the call to officership in 1982. They were commissioned in the Guardians of the Truth and Proclaimers of the Gospel sessions, respectively, and they were married 2 days after commissioning. The Morrises have had the privilege of serving on 3 divisional headquarters staff, the Evangeline Booth College for 11 years in 3 separate appointments, and in both Corps and area commands, most recently having served in that capacity in Orlando, Florida. They have 3 grown children, Jordan, Luke, and Anna, 2 daughters-in-law, and probably the love of their lives, 2 grandchildren named Paige and Leon. I'm going to invite them to stand. Let's welcome them to the Clearwater Corps this morning. Now, we also, as a part of their arrival, we also welcome our divisional leaders, Lieutenant Colonels Ken and Dawn Like. Lieutenant Colonels Like will conduct the installation, and I'm just going to ask them to stand. You think that maybe Mrs. Like is here alone, but she's not. If you cast your eyes over into the van, you'll find her husband as well. So I want to invite the Likes to stand if they will. Let's welcome them this morning. All right? It is good to have you with us. Encourage you once again just to take a look at your source, things that are coming up in your Corps in the days and weeks ahead. But also, there's someone we want to recognize this morning, and that's Brigadier Bud Hovelman. Brigadier Hovelman was recently recognized during the commissioning weekend in the Central Territory as having 75 years of officership. Congratulations, Bud. Now understand that along with Bud, there was one other recognized. So from that session 75 years ago, they still have 2 actively serving as Salvation Army officers. So congratulations. It's good to have you here. Let me encourage you once again just to pay particular attention to the prayer list on page 4 of the source. And additionally, and for those who may not have heard, Linda Garrett was promoted to glory on Saturday. Celebration of Life service this Tuesday at 6 p.m. here. This Tuesday, 6 p.m. And just ask that you please keep John and the family in your prayers during these days. And we'd invite you to come and share in that celebration on Tuesday. So, John, be assured of our prayers during these days. Now, it's always a joy. As I look out on the congregation this morning, a number of faces that have been, but it's been a while. And it's good to have visitors come and share with us. So if this is your first time at the Clearwater Corps, if it's been a while since you've been here, I'm going to invite you to stand. And one of our ushers will bring a microphone. Just introduce yourself and let us know where you're from, if you would. So if you're a visitor this morning, please stand.
Julia has someone special with her today.
My name is Eddie Hamilton from Nashville, Tennessee. I came right here at this place to visit her about 17 or 18 years ago. And I've just been working a lot of long, hot hours, 95, 99 heat index, and caught up on some jobs that had come and relaxed for a while in the ocean, and been here for 3 days. I've been in the ocean for 2 hours. been spending time with my sister, but I'm going to hit the ocean for a little while today, and I just had to come to church with her. And I'm saved and a member of a Baptist church in Nashville, Tennessee.
Amen.
And I was called to preach about 25 years ago, and I did for a little bit, and I just stopped doing it, and I stopped listening to the Lord. But just pray for me that He's good to me.
Amen.
All the time. Many blessings. And just pray that I will start listening closer and let Him lead my life and do what He wants me to do, because I know that He called me to preach, and I need to do what He wants, because everything I have is because of Him.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Bless you.
I'm Wendy Hoskins. This is Joy Hoskins, my mom. We're the daughter and granddaughter of Bud and Thelma Hubbleman. We're from Michigan, Grand Rapids and Detroit. We're just here visiting, celebrating my grandfather for his 75 years. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Well, I know that there are some other faces we haven't seen for a while, and rather than ask them to stand, we'll just say welcome. It's good to have all of you. But if you would, tell you what, there are some here who haven't been for a while. We're just going to ask you to stand. All right. Okay. Colonel and Mrs. Johnson and Majors Bracken and Ed Dodd, the newest retired officers in the Southern Territory, and Lieutenant Colonels Eddie and Hobgood, and oh my goodness, I've got brain freeze, Kathy. Okay, good to have you, each of you here, worshiping with us this morning.